Good morning again. Welcome back to Richard's Kitchen. Today I'm going to do a special cupcake recipe. I'm going to make an orange cake. Okay, so it'll be orange cupcakes I'm going to make today. I like to do them in the form of cupcakes instead of a regular cake most of the time, just because it's easier than just keep cutting a cake and making a mess. Just hand a nice little cupcake to everybody. So it's going to be an orange cake. I'm going to use mandarin oranges. I like to use the small, 11-ounce can of mandarin oranges. Drain the oranges really well, but do not throw out the juice that comes with it. This mandarin orange comes with natural juices, which is most likely pear juices. But anyways, save the juices, okay? So what we're going to start off with today is I'm going to throw in 3 large eggs. I'm going to throw in the juice from 2 of those small cans of mandarin oranges. Make exactly 1 cup. So we got in 1 cup of that. I'm going to put in a quarter cup of milk. I'm going to put in maybe 2 teaspoons of vanilla, because I like vanilla. Everybody that watches my videos knows I really like vanilla. So there we go. Then we're going to do, as I like to say in some of my videos, which is something I learned from my mom, is to beat the bejesus out of these. So this is what we're going to do. Woo! Start off low. Probably should have put on the apron. All right, my friends. Woo! All right. Let's do this. Let's throw in the sugar. Sugar is going to be 1.5 cups of sugar. And, okay, we won't put in the mayonnaise yet. Why don't we just stir that just a little bit? All right. Let's add in baking soda, baking powder. I'm going to do the baking powder first. I'm going to put in 1, 2, and a half. Whoop! There we go. 2.5. Baking soda will just be 1.5. It's 1. And there's the half. Alright. A lot of people like to mix baking soda, baking powder, the flour, all the dry stuff together first. You can. Me, I do a little at a time, so I know it's going to get mixed well. Anyways, you get 3 cups of flour. I'm going to put in about half of that right now. Mix it a little bit first so I don't make it flour go crazy. Sometimes I do that. I put in too much flour, and then when we go ahead and start it up, whoo, that's a big mess. But then again, that's me. I'm a big messy person. Put in the rest of the flour. There we go. Now, I'm going to take the oranges, which remember was just 1 of the small cans. I'm going to put that in here. You can use a blender first. Just put it on top. So you chop them up if you want. But I just put it in here because the blender is going to blend it up really well. The blender is going to make sure they're nice and small pieces. Alright, going to scrape the sides. Nice, looking good. Alright, now, as we know, that for a lot of my recipes, I like to add mayonnaise to give it extra moist, extra soft, extra fluffy, extra rich, extra everything. It's my secret ingredient for a lot of my soft, fluffy cakes. A cup and a half of mayonnaise. Put that aside. Alright, here we go. We're going to beat the bejesus out of this. Alright, my friends. Just set these aside. Gotta make sure I set everything aside, because if I don't, I make mess. And for the guys that are trying to cook and bake and following these recipes, remember, you want to clean as you go. Make sure the house is clean, dishes are done, because when the wife comes in, happy wife, happy life. She will not be happy if there's a mess she has to clean up after you. Alright, so now, time to get the old muffin pans out. Let's do this. Alright, I'm going to use a ladle today. Fill these up. Beautiful. Nice day here in sunny San Diego this morning. Right now it's only about 68 degrees, but it'll get up to 71 today. Beautiful spring day. Can hear the birds outside are singing already. I hear they've been getting a lot of rain back there in the state of Maine. Kind of wish we'd have some more rain down here. We don't get very much rain. We get some rain between November and April. But after that, from April on, we get hardly any rain at all. It might rain maybe 5-6 times for the rest of the year. We don't get much rain. Anyways, we're going to pop these in the oven. And the oven, of course, is preheated at 350. I'm going to set the timer for 18 minutes, and then I'm going to check it. And then when I check it, I usually use a thin knife. Put the knife right in the center. When it comes out, it should be dry, nothing sticking to it. And it'll be soft and spongy. And then we'll work on the cream cheese frosting we're going to make. We're going to make an orange cream cheese frosting to put on top. Alright, we'll be right back. Hi, okay, I got the cupcakes in the oven, and now I'm going to start on the cream cheese frosting. I'm going to start with 1 stick of butter that is softened at room temperature. I'm going to do 1 whole block of cream cheese that's also softened at room temperature. So we need to mix that and blend it nice and smooth first. Yeah. And in the meantime, how's everyone doing? Woo! There we go. See if I can do this without making a mess. Good luck for them. There we go. Well, so far so good. There we go. Everything's looking great. You know, I made some spice cupcakes like a week or so ago, a couple weeks ago, should say, yes. And I gave them out to people at church, and everybody liked them so much. I got a whole bunch of them wanted to pay me to make some for them. I had some people ask me, like 2 of them, if I would cater to some birthday parties and all that. So, hey, you know, things are looking up. Maybe I should. But I like to cook just for the fun. I don't do it for business. All I want to do is make other people happy. Make them smile. Alright, so we've eaten that quite a bit. And then this is 3 cups of powdered sugar, the confectionery sugar. Now, some of you may be diabetic. You can cut back on the sugar a little bit. Don't worry about it. It's all up to you on how sweet you want it to be. And then we're supposed to put in 1.5 tablespoons of vanilla. So we're going to put in maybe just a pinch extra. As I said earlier, I love vanilla. So we're going to put in the sugar, but we're not going to put it all at once because, as you know, I'm a messy person. So I'm going to add just a little at a time. Woo! There we go. Probably better if I just use one of those mixing spoons at first, get it started. There we go. Can he do it without making a mess? I don't think so, but we shall see. Got a little bit of a mess here. I'm actually using a laptop to make this video. I think I probably should be using my tablet. My tablet would be probably the much better choice. Just for the fact that I didn't cover my laptop, the keyboard. I do have a special cover that I can put on the keyboard, which I should be using again. Mom always said I was a little more pretty and not so much smart. God bless Mama. Yep, I love my mom. Seeing as how she's the only one I've got. Woo! Look at that go. Nice, smooth, creamy, and there it goes, making a mess. Alright. Well, since it's just for me, there we go. Alright, I think I'll just put in the rest of that. See if I can kind of mix it in a little bit at first. Oh my. Alright. There it goes, right up on the mixer. Look at that. Climbing right up on it. I should have used a bigger mixing bowl. But we shall make it succeed. Yes, we shall. We shall succeed. Woo! Like a cream cheese frosting flying everywhere. But you know what? going to taste yummy. All right. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get out my blender real quick. All right, here we go. Since that bowl is a little too small, let's see. You know what? I can do this instead. All right, this is the second can of mandarin oranges that I drained. And I'm just going to take this, and I'm going to use, there we go. Using the blender makes it a little too watery. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to add it to the cream cheese. Alright, we're going to use our paws, they're clean. And then I'm just going to mix it a little bit. And whip it up. Alright. Wonderful. Yep. Yummy. Okay. Just because I'm making too much of a mess, well, I'm trying to tell people not to make a mess, and here I am making a big mess. Anyways, cream cheese frosting is ready. But what we need to do, pop this in the refrigerator just for 30 minutes so it starts to chill a little bit. And by that time, of course, the muffins will be out. And we can put a little frosting on top and try it out, see how it is. Anyways, here's 2 successful cupcakes again. And it looks like I only have 4 minutes left. So, while we're waiting for that, I'm going to start cleaning up. I'll be right with you. The first batch of the orange cupcakes have come out of the oven. They're looking nice, and as you can see, there's a little bit of golden brown around the edges. That's what you want. You don't want it to be totally covered in brown, like it's a brownish color, because if you do, it's going to be over-baked. So 18 minutes is the perfect amount of time at 350 degrees. We all know that every oven is different. Electric and gas cooks differently. My oven is gas, and so you might have to adjust it like a minute here and there, you know, depending on your oven. But you know your oven better than I do. But this is what I do. So anyways, I'm going to have another batch of cupcakes I just put in, and by the time those come out, then the cream cheese frosting should be chilled enough to put on the cupcakes. The cupcakes I just pulled out will be cooled off. I usually wait about 10 minutes, letting them cool in the pan, and then I take the cupcakes out of the pan to finish cooling. And the reason I do that, especially for people that don't bake all that much, is the pans are hot, so while they're in the pan, they're still cooking a little bit on the inside. So I only let them cool in the pan for about 10 minutes so that they're cool enough so I can handle them and take them out without damaging them, and then I'll put them on the cooling rack and let them finish cooling the rest of the way. Anyways, hope you all having a great day wherever you are, and it'll only be a few more minutes, and then we'll finish up these cupcakes, and then we can test drive one. All right, love you guys.